Okay, before you watch this video, two things that everybody needs to know. First of all of these are recorded and edited at least a day or two in advance, some of them even more. And any changes that occur between recording and uploading, those I will discuss in the first episode of WNBA Weekly. If someone gets hurt during preseason, odds are I'm going to miss it by like an hour or so. And then I will talk about that on May 13th when I upload the first episode of the season. Second of all, I am not in any way associated with the WNBA or any of their sponsors or affiliates. I am not part of the Associated Press. I'm just a guy who loves basketball and wants to talk about the game that I love. So yeah, all of these are just my own personal opinions based on the observations that I've made. I do take into account some of the things that the media and players and other people will say, but at the end of the day, these are my opinions. So if I happen to say something negative about one of your favorite teams, deal with it. Greetings and welcome to the Fan Perspective. I'm your host Nathan Allen. This is the WNBA 2017 preseason power rankings, where I look at all the moves that a team made during the offseason and talk about how well I think they'll do this regular season. We are in the top four, and these are the teams that I feel, if they are healthy and play up to the level we know they're capable of, all four of these teams have a very good shot at winning the title. And starting with number 4, this team I ranked lower than the other 3 just because they've made the most moves during the offseason. And so there's a lot of new pieces in place, and you gotta wonder how well they'll fit together. I think you can already pretty much guess what I'm gonna say. At number 4, I have selected this team lost some of their pieces. They gave away Bria, Hartley, Vickie, Baugh, Stephanie Dolson, Kaleah, but they traded to bring in Elena, Delle. They signed Kristi Toliver in free agency. Tianna Hawkins is coming back. Krystal Thomas and Asia Taylor are coming on. They drafted Shatori, Walker-Kimbrough. This team made a lot of moves, and they definitely got a lot stronger. We've already got a tremendous coach in Mike Thibault, who I've said before, I'm always shocked anytime his team doesn't get in the playoffs. And now you add an MVP in Delle, you add a champion guard in Kristi Toliver, and that's on to the already talented team that they have. Mehryn is one of the most solid, consistent bigs in the league. You've got Lotta and Hill. Hill herself, she had like 20 points in more than half the games she played in. She's really just starting to come into her own. Lotta is deadly from three-point range. They've got a ton of incredibly talented players on this roster, and the only question I have is how well will they play together? Do I actually think they're going to finish near the top of the league, get those first-round buys? I can't be certain of that, but I think they're strong enough to compete with all the best. And it's all about, how well do they work together? Is Thibault able to put his system in place and get these new characters fitted in so that everything works like it's supposed to? A lot of people underestimate the value of chemistry. A great team can't do anything if they don't play together. So how well are all of these new pieces going to mix? Is it all going to fit? Obviously, I put them at number 4, so I have high hopes, but there could be a little bit of a learning curve. I wouldn't be shocked to see him stumble out of the gate. A 1-7 start wouldn't, surprise the hell out of me. It should scare you as the fans, but it wouldn't shock me. That being said, I do still expect them, with all the talent they have on the roster, to finish in the playoffs at least. I 100% expect them to play at least one home playoff game. This is a team with a great head coach, talent at every position. They've got good depth, and even though it might not happen right away, they're not going to win a championship this year. Once they hit their stride and everything starts flowing like it's supposed to, this is a team that's going to be difficult for anyone to beat. So that's it for this edition. Tune in tomorrow when we finally hit the top 3. Ooh, this countdown's getting good. And until then, my name is Nathan Allen. This has been the Fan Perspective. I hope you have a great day.